To the top left starts a Casper Zerg player. Will he succeed here? Will he advance to Code S, or will he just open up the way for effort in this group? This guy is
Samsung Khan Shine.
Samsung Khan or CJ Enters. One of those guys will advance to Code S, together with Creator, who is of course already qualified.
This guy is the Sandbag, formerly known as Songho, which is his real name. He is
MVP Killer.
pylon placement, a little bit weird.
Yeah, he's also 0-4 in the group, and he doesn't want to go 0-5. This is his chance to beat at least one player, to save himself a bit. Can he pull it off on a very, very tough map for Protoss? Not easy to take this third base.
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. Sorry.
This is a different map than you expected. It is, in fact, Alkaline Flats.
Yeah, I just mixed the map up. This is a map where it's actually a little bit easier to take the third base.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of players try to go Stargate, then sneak that Nexus over, then put the wall up with the gateways. Hatch first from Shine, interestingly enough. Not very common. And the Killer goes Nexus first, but with no sort of wall, that's going to make him very happy. His opponent didn't go for any sort of early pool shenanigans.
Yeah. This could have been one of those games where it looks a little bit silly, but it actually looks like really silly. Just imagine this game with Shine once again pulling off an early pull.
Yeah.
Killer going for Nexus first, and probably just pulling a QXC and killing his keyboard.
That video and or GIF will just be memorialized. Look at that double hatch before pool, no scout.
This guy is insane.
Killer can actually still punish him.
Still, Killer can actually just go for a cannon rush here.
Killer's like, wait a minute. He should. We've seen this before. Remember Lenok did this?
Yeah. Lenok did this against Parting because he knew that Parting just doesn't scout. He could definitely punish him here at the third base at least with the cannon rush.
He's not going to do it though, I guess.
No, not really. You know what the one thing is that will always stick out for me when we talk about how QXC actually demolished his keyboard when he lost? That he calmly typed GG in the game itself.
Yeah.
So much mana is, in my opinion, crazy. This guy is raging like a madman. He is so angry about the game, but still he types GG to his opponent. He's like, well, it's not your fault. You just did what you needed to do to win, so it's completely fine. I'm not angry at you, just angry at myself and at the game, and then crushes his keyboard. This is awesome. So much self-control. I'm not quite sure if I could actually do that.
You know, for me, maybe 1 out of 15 losses, I will not type GG because of my own personal weakness. But I try to type GG as much as possible because I don't know why. Like, it doesn't actually mean anything to me. I mean, it's the polite thing to do. I can't explain it, but I just do it because I feel like it's the right thing to do. There's no logic here. Oh, these links?
Oh,
that wall was not very good.
Thing is, I actually only write GG if I also start the game with a GLHF. If I don't chat at the beginning, I don't chat at the end. It's like either I do both or I do nothing.
Gotcha. By the way, Killer saw the base. He verified it multiple times and has taken no action. He starts +1 now.
And it is incredible how unbelievably greedy Shine is. This is putting greed on a different level. I've seen players go into 2-base Mutalisks, like getting gas, droning up, not getting any units at all. He's basically doing that right now on 3 bases. He's building a few Zerglings, but what does he actually have? That's in total maybe 6 Lings, and he's getting more gas, he's taking into layer, he's droning up like a madman. He's doing nothing else. Drones, 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 drones. Red is actually looking at this, his jaw drops, and he's like, oh my god, I didn't know that you could build that many drones.
I think Killer is going to go for a Warp Prism drop.
He should.
He's getting +1 at his Forge. He's getting the robotics here. He's adding 4 gates. Makes the Observer first. He could just take a 3rd with this.
Wolfie could attack with 2 Stalkers and he would be fine.
I just don't...
Shine is not doing anything. There are no spine crawlers. He gets more gas. There are 6 Zerglings on the map. 8 minutes into the game, he has 6 Zerglings, nothing else. He's droning like crazy. He's at 70.
I don't think... The more I look at this, I don't feel like Killer grasps 100% what has happened here. What he's doing, it does not make sense. He's safely, very cautiously taking a 3rd base after
I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. A 3-base Mutalisk build with literally nothing to hold an attack.
5 Lings.
No spine crawlers. He doesn't even have a Roach Warren. I call players greedy who do that on 2 bases. What am I doing now? He's just shut out my view on the world.
Killer is trying to make a wall. Killer does not know what's going on. He's going to find out the unpleasant reality with his observer. Let's find out how he responds. +2 is started. Sees the lair now. Sees the Spire. Clicks on it. And starts Blink.
I'm actually at a loss of words here.
So am I.
I've never seen anything like it. He's getting a few Lings now, but I feel this is probably just because he feels he has to do it. Not that he needs it, he probably is like, well, if I don't do that, people will probably just, I don't know, talk with things about me.
Oh,
I know why he does it. He knows that he will never have the gas to actually build this many Mutalisks, so he knows he has excess minerals. That's the only reason why he does it.
He doesn't want to make more than 73 drones when he's only on 3 hatcheries, so he's got to use his minerals for something.
That never works when I do it on ladder. That never works.
I don't think it should work here either, but Killer, I don't know, maybe he's got tunnel vision, maybe he's frustrated, he's not playing at his best right now, but he just let this happen.
A 4th base is being built now. He could actually just overwhelm him with pure Mutalisks. Nothing else. From 4 bases, 8 gas.
I think that's what we're going to watch happen. Thing is, Killer does have the proper tech coming out here. He's getting the Stalker count up. He's getting +2 in his Blink. And he is going to make a heavy amount of Stalkers. He is supply block right now. That's somewhat problematic. But I think that's what we're going to watch happen. Shine is going to eventually overwhelm Killer on Mutas unless Killer can defend perfectly.
Killer actually makes the right choices here. He's going into cannons now in addition to the Stalkers. This is exactly what he has to do. The cooldown is there for Blink, and now he gets into the main base, but here comes another round of warp-ins. This is actually really well played by Killer. He takes down a lot of those initial Mutalisks. Force fields. He misses a few, but here comes another warp-in.
Well, I have to say, Killer's defense so far has been pretty stellar, minus the sentries.
Yeah.
He scouted this, you know, and when you scout this, it's a lot easier to defend. Shine is losing a lot here. He lost so many of his initial mutas. Now he's 85 drones, and Killer has 19 Stalkers. He could go for an attack after a few more rounds of warp-ins.
The attack is difficult. He cannot really go for an attack. The problem is then he opens himself up against a counter-attack with Mutalisks, and he doesn't really have anything to deal with Zerglings on those numbers, because there are so many lava right now available to Shine that he can just remax, and he has the economy to back it up. What he's going to do is like build a massive amount of Mutalisks. Basically just go for Ling Muta.
And Killer will not be able to attack until he has Archons and until he has a much closer number to max.
Storm would be great for him.
Storm would be good as well. He'll probably have both by the end of this, if he can survive. Shine comes in for another attack. He's already got the Blink. Killer's defense, again, just really spot on as far as it comes to dealing with the mutas. Shine has not been able to really capitalize and do a lot of damage directly.
Shine decides that it is time to set a new record for drones.
He's going to 104.
Yeah. That's not right where you... That's not like a record just yet. What is actually the record for drones? Is there a record?
You know, I do not know.
In a professional game, what was the highest drone count that we ever had?
I think I've seen Rhett go up to about 112 before. I'm not sure if someone has broken that.
Someone should tell Shine.
Well, he's making them into spines now. He's got 99 drones at this moment.
99 drones, and well,
at this moment. As I was saying, he's got 99 drones. I had to say at this moment so that a bunch of people around the world would be frustrated and disappointed.
Well, He's going into Hive Tech right now. Shine is really going for this build. I mean, resources lost. He actually lost more than Killer because his attacks with those Mutalisks were not as good as they should have been.
This is the overwhelming amount, though, with the splash damage that Mutas do, or he can actually just fight these Stalkers.
And he's taking down quite a lot of them. But now here comes another round of Warpins. Resources lost. Ah, nice. These are the storms that he needs.
Oh, that was a nice dodge by Shine, though.
There we go. 17 additional harvesters. Oh, okay, but he's already at 87.
So he goes 104, I guess.
Yeah, again. He just built another bunch of Spinecrawlers. He has 4 bases and he's taking a 5th now. He's completely controlling the map.
Yeah, this is going to be something that Killer will eventually fall to. He has to add Colossi now because somehow he will have to deal with the Spines. But before that moment, he's kind of stuck here. He's probably going to throw his sentries away soon too because those aren't useful at all.
Could you check how many at the building tab, how many Spinecrawlers he actually has? He has 30 in a second. He's going to build. He's building another 7. He will have 30 Spinecrawlers on the map. Sniping those High Templars, taking down the cannons, opening the space up for a potential attack later on.
Imagine these Mutas in Heart of the Swarm.
Oh yeah, in Heart of the Swarm, this would be disgusting. He's getting another Spire now because he wants to make sure that he can go for the double upgrades too.
Oh, Ling blocks the 4th. He can't even take it.
Yeah, it's building the cannons now, and with the cannons, of course, the Zergling will die, but still, this is delaying the 4th base for Killer a lot, while his opponent is already at 5 bases.
Killer still has these sentries in his army. I think he's going to go sack. Well, I thought he might go sack them on that base. The thing is, there's so many spines there. Mutas are going to love this. They don't like that, though.
Yeah, these storms are epic!
Good on the Lings as well, and Killer takes a supply lead here.
He's actually taking a huge supply lead. This is the problem if you go into this composition. You are so vulnerable against storms that you need to do damage before your opponent has the High Templars and the upgrade.
The thing is, even though he lost a lot, he's now going into Broodlords. And Broodlords are going to take the storms just fine. Killer is already preparing for this, getting his Stargate up now. The Zealot is very unhappy with what he sees here.
There are way too many Spinecrawlers. This reminds me a little bit 36. Of a game that I cast like ages ago between ST and Killer. Where Killer lost in the end, and ST had, I think, like 40 Spinecrawlers. And we are actually
we're
like
close, 36.
And he's building another 8. He will be at 44 Spinecrawlers. He can just actually walk across the map with them.
The Killer is trying to find just some way to get some presence on the map and deal with the Mutas.
Shine is playing a style now where he's like, I want to win this game. I don't care how ugly it's gonna be. I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna play the most annoying style that is out there. I'm gonna turtle like crazy, and I'm gonna just overwhelm you with Spinecrawlers. You will never be able to attack me.
The thing is, even though Shine is down like 60 supply, Killer has to beat 44 Spinecrawlers to be able to capitalize on that.
Exactly. Shine lost so many more resources than Killer. But can Killer really attack into this? I mean, look at this. There's a forest, and he's not stopping building Spinecrawlers. He will be at 50 in a few seconds.
Oh, Killer might go for it here. The Broodlords are not ready. Archon's taking some damage. Good bungles on those Stalkers, but the damage is still being done. He just can't get through. There's way too many spines. The Spinecrawlers, he only killed 2 spines.
And he's immediately being attacked naturally. He's actually walking in there and he's like, boom, not going to happen. I'm not going to attack into those Spinecrawlers.
Yeah.
I can promise you he thinks about the game that he played against ST back then. That was ages ago.
He probably does. This type of game is one of the most frustrating types to play as a pros player. I used to refer to the moment where Killer basically does what he did it in the last Pros vs. Zerg, where he just blinks in it and he says, screw it, I'm going. As the going point against me is that's where you're just like, I gotta go. He has too much money, and I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna try to do something here. But Killer has turtled well. He has defended against a lot of the attacks. He now has to answer for the Broodlords, but he is getting a Mothership, and this is still a game that Killer very much so can win. It is going to be extremely difficult, but if he gets a good Vortex...
Oh yeah, he can definitely win this game. He has a huge bank now, so he has actually the excess resources that he would need to take this game. But Shine is building up the perfect composition, and he still holds 5 bases. Killer is going up to the same amount of bases, and I feel what Shine at some point will do is just move those Spinecrawlers across the map and trying to just be aggressive with them.
Yeah, Ling's here getting traded. He's going to actually take out a lot of the Harvesters. Killer has Harvesters to spare though, he's got 70 right now.
Shine has still 93 Harvesters, so he's getting more and more Spinecrawlers. How many does he have? Did you check?
48. This might be the record. I'm not sure. To be honest, I feel we've seen more than this, but I cannot confirm that. We only recently got the structures tab.
Nah, he's going for 50 now. I feel with 50, we are pretty close to setting a record here.
War Prism speed for Killer can be utilized in a number of ways.
And Needleless are still being annoying. I mean, basically what he wants to do is try to trade them, and he trades them quite well, even though they are dying now, but taking down more probes, that definitely works well for him.
Yeah, if you look at the numbers of resources lost there after that trade, it's definitely better for Killer, but that's not the concern of Shine because he needs better army supply anyways. His Broodlord count now is going up to 16. More spines, put him at 50 now.
Yeah, more spines coming in, both of them going for the best upgrades they can possibly have in this game. Spore Crawlers in the main base, but the War Prism gets past them. Now he can warp in units. He's at the edge, hiding beneath those Overlords, but the Queen is in position. He can snipe it though.
Without losing units, it's going to be a bit difficult for him to warp in anymore though. And he will lose the War Prism now. It was an interesting attempt. Now he knows exactly where the Greater Spire is and how he can snipe it. This draws, though, Shine away from these spines. This is his most weak area. Killer with a really smart idea here, but even though he's got this army coming through, the spines may be able to buy enough time.
He's blinking in. He wants to take them down. He blinks into the spine crawlers. Those stalkers dealing the extra damage against the structures, taking down crawler after crawler, and he finished all of them off. But here come, oh nice feedbacks against the infestors, and great storms here to hold those Broodlords at bay.
Killer doing excellent play here. He's now adding 7 gates. That's going to put him up to a total of 7 gates. He actually lost every single other gateway. No, he didn't.
No, here, 10.
Oh, okay, I was
17.
like, where is that? I'm looking at it, I'm like, there are no gateways on the structure tab because, of course, they're warp gates, not gateways.
Yeah, so we have 17 in total. Killer just killed 15 spine crawlers.
Yeah.
But don't worry, guys, they are immediately being rebuilt.
8 on the way, in fact. This depletes some of... Deplenishes, what did I just say? It depletes some of his bank, Shine's bank, but this is going to continue on a little bit longer. And the thing is, this is all about the Vortex and or the Vortex and or the Archons. The Neurals as well. This game is just making me a little bit speechless. Like, it feels like we're in a game now that is so long, but it's actually only at the 25-minute 30 mark. And neither player, there may become a point where neither player will agree to attack the other one because of the defender's advantage. And that's going to be the moment where Shine will start to move his spines forward as he's doing now. We've seen Curious really good at doing this in the past.
Well, here come all those spine crawlers, and it's a little bit insane seeing all of them just walking across the map to the right side, trying to pressure Killer. Killer, by the way, now has 7,000, nearly 7,000 minerals and 2,000 gas. So this is going to be drawn out into a really long game. This is basically determining who's going into Code S, so Shine wants to make 100% sure that he is able to win it, but Killer is very eager to not go down without a fight, not go down without taking at least one win.
Killer is trying to utilize the fact that his opponent has a weak point in the main base. He draws the forces back to the main, then attacks the spines. This time, though, Shine is not really taking the bait. He's actually allowing both spires to die. He's just going to leave them there and starts 2 additional spires because he has the resources. Why not? Yeah.
Here
Storms go down the infestors, and Killer uses the Vortex, but does not get what he wants.
The Vortex doesn't really give him what he wants indeed, and now we have still a lot of units trying to chase down this army. He's moving in with all those Broodlords that he has. Here comes a Blink with the Stalkers trying to escape, but also the High Templars are still being pressured.
Colossi is starting to fall here. You will get that last one, it looks like. Yeah. Corruptors are exposed here, though. And Killer has to be so careful, though, he does not get tangled up in those Broodlings. He restarts his mothership, starts Colossi again. He's being very careful with how he spends each and every single piece of Vespene gas.
Double Spire rebuild, nearly complete, 11 infestors now. Shine really wants this game. I mean, this is getting kind of insane. We have 20,000, 22,000 resources lost against 16,000. Double Stargate now coming up for Killer. He really wants to go into an air army now.
Yeah. And 2 Stargates going up.
Yeah.
He's going to try to switch, but 17 Corruptors out on the map. I don't know how this is going to work exactly, because if he hits good fungals, the Void Rays are just going to melt instantly. I'm not sure if I like this idea. I'd rather him just try to stick it out with the Archon Mothership, which is not easy by any means, but I think he's got a better chance of that than trying to fight against this army with the Infestors and the Corruptors.
Here we go for a few of those feedbacks, but he used all of the Changelings already earlier. Here comes another good fungal, trying to pin a couple of those units down.
Corruptors.
Even the Corruptors are going in for the corruption now.
Corruptors getting a little bit ahead of themselves. He has to be careful with that.
But Killer is already losing quite a bit, and this is a lot of pressure by Shine.
Good feedbacks here. The Void Rays starting to charge up.
A really good fungal here. Those units can't escape anymore. This is exactly where he wants them to be.
Not a lot of gas left here. He's got 6,500 minerals, but the gas here is solo. He can make 17 Stalkers at once.
Killer just dropped so much in supply. He's trying to rebuild his army immediately with the Warpins, but he's now losing bases, and this means that he cannot get additional gas anymore. This is where he's low.
Yeah, and this may be the inevitable last fight. Stalker's blinking.
Oh, here comes the blink, and he's trying to pull it off. He's focusing one Broodlord after another, taking down quite a lot of them. But can he really pull this off?
I just don't think so.
Drop in supply. He doesn't have gas anymore.
Way too many fungals here. The Broodlings clean it up. And Killer with the last storm may have to GG here.
It looks like he's going to be 0-5 in this group. Shine is so close to advancing to Code S. Effort is hoping for a comeback by Killer, but it doesn't really look like the MVP player is able to pull this off.
More and more spines being added. He now has 38 on the map again. 8 more Broodlords will put him at a total of 19 Broods. Killer, no answer. He's got the Mothership. His Archon count is at 1. He has 1 Archon. That Nexus is not happening. Sorry.
So those Spine Crawlers take down most of those, of the Stalkers already. And in the meantime, Shine is just demolishing base after base, structure after structure with his Broodlord army. This is way too much. A 50 supply deficit for Killer and the MVP Protoss player. He doesn't have any gas left.
He is getting some Void Rays out, and there are only 2 Corruptors on the map. This is something that will change very quickly as soon as he adds more Spines and starts to add Spores.
The problem is, the only thing why Shine doesn't have more than 2 Corruptors is that he didn't have the supply. Exactly, yeah. He was maxed a few seconds ago.
So he's probably going to start adding Spores as soon as he realizes what's going on, and then add
there we go.
Corruptors. 6 of them already on the way.
Killer is trying to go for a little bit of a base race, but this is actually not going to happen.
If he kills these Spires, and there's only a little bit more gas left, I mean, I agree with you 100% that Shine is at a vast superior lead here, but Killer has a chance. He has a snowball's chance in hell, but he has one. And that Nexus survives.
Yeah, the Nexus survives, God knows why.
The thing is, he's not going to have any more Void Rays than this. He's going to have in total 5. And there's no way, as far as I see it, he gets more gas, and the smart Infestors are just going to kill him.
Smart choice for Shine is to just build more and more Spine Crawlers, because he has minerals but not gas. Here come Fungals on top of those units. Can the Corruptors get close enough? It looks like they are able, the Broodlords, looks like they're able to pull it off. All those Zealots are already gone. Killer drops below 100 supply, down to 70. The Vortex is not good enough, not hitting those Infestors, and it looks like this is going to be game.
Yeah, this is it. Killer's last units fall here. All he's got left are 2 Voids, 3 Zealots, and 15 Probes. Shine, on the other hand, 19 Broods. GG!
Congratulations, Shine. He advances to Code S.
The first Caspa player ever to do so.
Effort is 3rd place in the group. And Killer at the bottom of the ranking without winning a single map.
Yep. That's it. I mean,
this is it for the day.
That was a pretty epic finale. Killer really trying to hang on there. Great Muta defense, but the thing is, when you're defending Mutas that well, you have no presence on the map. This allows your opponent to make 50 plus Spine Crawlers and a Broodlord army that you can never fight.
Exactly. So a game where Shine really showed us that he wants to win this, that he is doing everything that he can. So many Spore Crawlers, Spine Crawlers, walking them across the map, making whatever he has to do to take this game. And now we have Shine in Code S together with Creator. Effort takes the 3rd place. The last game of the day is not going to be needed. And that was quite impressive by Shine. Really well played. Killer, on the other hand, with a lot of effort here, really trying to pull through here.
Yeah,
but
Killer, he attempted it. You know, it was a really rough day for him. But let's take a look at our results. You guys can see exactly how it pans out. Creator and Shine take it. Effort ties 3-2, but because of the direct comparison, it stays in Code A. Exactly. The two Talon players, they were not able to get into Code S today. So we have one Zerg and one Protoss advancing. And here are our faces. We need to come up with a dance or anything every pull-off every time that happens. Yeah. Well, 7 Terrans, 4 Protoss, 11 Zergs are our current Code S Season 2 distributions. It's going to change, of course, in the coming 2 days. Exactly. We have a lot more up and down matches for you guys. Yep. Including these guys, Fantasy, Keen, Hero, Maru, and Nesty. Isn't that going to be a great, great group? This is the group that we have at 1 p.m. We have a second group starting at 6 p.m. Double day tomorrow. Keep that in mind. Don't forget, this is also not the same time as today. This is 2 hours later than we had this morning today. Exactly. Today we had to pre-phone everything because of Stefano and his IEM participation. Here we have the games tomorrow at 6. Yeah. With the Boom Boom, Avenge, Labyrinth, Crazy, Alive, and Noblesse. So an exciting list of matches for you guys on Tuesday. And last but not least, on Wednesday, starting at 6:10. I'm actually not quite sure if we have that now. I guess not. But there are also matches on Wednesday. Yeah, exactly. On Wednesday, we also have another couple of matches for you. And then don't forget, this Saturday, we have the GSL Code S Finals. Also really important. Oh, it's actually down there. With the ZVZ between Roro and Symbol. It's going to be a good one. But yeah, that's it for the day. We have the first 4 players that advance to Code S. And tomorrow we will find out who else is going to go to Code S. So guys, see you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed today's show, and we see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. KST. Bye-bye.